For months, astronomers insisted 3 Atlas would be nothing more than a spectacular flyby, a harmless interstellar visitor brushing past Mars before vanishing into deep space. But the universe rarely does harmless without intent. And now, data from the James Webb Space Telescope has quietly overturned that reassurance. The calculations no longer agree. The trajectory no longer drifts. And for the first time, scientists are saying the thing no one wanted to hear. 3 Atlas may not miss Mars at all. This is no longer just a story about a comet. It's about precision. About timing. About controlled outbursts that behave less like natural chaos and more like decision-making. The deeper the data is examined, the harder it becomes to deny. 3 Atlas is not wandering. It is adjusting. Steering. Correcting its course. And Mars sits directly in its path. When 3 Atlas was first detected on July 1, it appeared unremarkable, a fast-moving blur entering the solar system at an unprecedented speed, nearly 87 kilometers per second relative to the Sun. At that velocity, it could cross the distance between Earth and the Moon in under 80 minutes. Speed alone was astonishing, but not impossible. What unsettled researchers was what came next. Instead of slowing or stabilizing as expected, the object began to accelerate. Not dramatically, but consistently. Its path tightened. Subtle deviations appeared where none should exist. Its coma brightened rapidly, doubling in intensity within weeks. Spectral readings revealed extreme ultraviolet spikes and carbon dioxide emissions at levels never observed in any known comet. This was not passive outgassing. It was directional. Then Webb detected something that erased any remaining comfort: rhythmic pulses emerging from the object's tail. Not random jets caused by solar heating, but controlled bursts repeating every 17 minutes. Perfectly timed. Perfectly consistent. Not noise. A pattern. As observatories across the world joined the analysis, the math turned grim. What was once considered a distant near miss narrowed to just under 2 million kilometers from Mars, insignificant on a cosmic scale. Simulations showed that a velocity change of less than 10 kilometers per second would be enough to convert that miss into a direct impact. A whisper of thrust. A single correction. And Mars becomes the destination. Even more troubling, those thrust vectors aligned precisely with Mars' orbital plane. Natural bodies do not behave this way. 3 Atlas appeared to be using its own emissions as microthrusters, maneuvering like a spacecraft would. Scientists were no longer watching a trajectory. They were watching intent. Then came the radar returns. Signals bounced from Mars orbiters and Earth-based antennas didn't resemble ice or porous rock. They came back sharp, metallic, unfamiliar. Amateur astronomers began capturing strange high-exposure images, narrow green streams, beam-like structures pulsing in sync with the emissions. 3 distinct vectors, converging toward Mars. Avi Loeb and his team put forward a hypothesis many had avoided saying aloud. 3 Atlas might be engineered. Not debris. Not a relic. Something built. If impact occurs, the consequences would be staggering. With an estimated mass of 10 billion tons and a closing velocity of 57 kilometers per second, the energy released would rival millions of megatons. A crater tens of kilometers wide. Debris flung beyond Mars' gravity. Some of it potentially crossing Earth's orbit. But the real loss wouldn't just be geological. Mars is home to decades of exploration. Orbiters. Rovers. Experiments searching for signs of ancient or even extant life. A single impact could erase irreplaceable data, contaminate pristine regions, and destabilize environments we barely understand. And if 3 Atlas carries anything more than rock, organic material, engineered structures, the implications become irreversible. Mars has always been a candidate for life. Subsurface lakes. Protected environments beneath frozen ground. If 3 Atlas delivers material into that system, intentionally or not, it could trigger a biological unknown. Not life spreading outward, but life being introduced. Panspermia, reversed. Then Webb's deeper scans leaked. Spectrographic readings revealed traces of synthetic polymers, molecular structures resembling plastics and carbon nanotubes, embedded within the gas plume. Isotopic ratios that matched no known solar system signature. Materials that do not form naturally in vacuum or cometary environments. Whatever 3 Atlas is made of, parts of it are engineered. Suddenly, communication from Mars assets went quiet. Data gaps appeared. Press briefings stopped. Internally, a phrase circulated through classified channels: impact protocol initiated. No one explained what that meant. There is no known method to intercept an object like this. Unless the signals being sent weren't meant to stop it, but to prepare for it. Cryptographers took a different approach. They translated the object's trajectory, timing, and velocity into binary data. Patterns emerged. Atomic numbers. Prime sequences. Recursive structures. The flight path itself appeared encoded, as if motion had replaced radio transmission. A message written in gravity and time. Then the alignment data revealed something else. The trajectory crossed directly above Elysium Planitia, a region marked by strange symmetry and unexplained formations. At its center lay a circular basin with no clear impact or volcanic origin, containing crystalline materials that pulsed infrared light at regular intervals when struck by sunlight. A beacon, perhaps. Or a rendezvous point. And 3 Atlas was heading straight for it. Behind the object, something else appeared. A secondary shadow. Not debris. Not gas. Undetectable by radar or infrared, yet clearly visible through light occlusion. It maintained a fixed distance, unaffected by gravity or acceleration. Whatever it was, it moved with 3 Atlas, perfectly synchronized. As the final approach window narrowed, Mars itself began to change. Trace gas orbiters detected xenon isotopes rising from beneath the surface. Seismic activity increased near Cerberus fossae. Subsurface temperatures climbed. And magnetometers recorded structured pulses repeating every 17 minutes, the same rhythm emitted by 3 Atlas. Mars wasn't reacting after the fact. It was responding in advance. Then Olympus Mons spoke. A low-frequency harmonic signal emerged from beneath the volcano, captured independently by multiple agencies. When visualized, its waveform mirrored the object's emissions almost exactly. It was not echoing. It was matching. In the final data transmission before blackout, Webb identified something drifting in the object's wake, a repeating molecular sequence, structured for replication. Not DNA. Not RNA. But something unmistakably informational. A code designed to survive space not as life, but as language. As the final alignment approached, Mars, Earth, and the Sun formed a perfect line. The same geometry echoed in ancient structures on Earth, built thousands of years ago by civilizations who should not have known this configuration would ever matter. We thought 3 Atlas was a comet. We thought it was random. We thought it was passing through. But nothing about it is accidental. It didn't arrive. It performed. And whatever happens next may not leave a crater. It may leave an answer. So the question is no longer whether 3 Atlas will strike Mars. The question is whether it was ever meant to. And whether this event was aimed at a planet, or at us.